Ragnarok approaches. The twilight of the gods begins. And they seek champions to fight beside them. The Valkyries ride forth, led by the mighty Hilda. We search the fields of Midgard for steel warriors, worthy of entering Odin's hall. The gods are watching, waiting for a champion. Will you answer their call? Choose your god. Fight on Midgard. Ascend to Valhalla.
Switches on, make sure all the mics are turned on, and actually tighten my mic up so it doesn't keep falling down. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? Oh dear, chat. It's been one of those weeks, and we're finally at the end of it. It's Friday. We get to relax.
Friday, at last.
Get to relax, talk some tanks, and maybe...
Tanks, talk
tanks,
gods.
Talk gods,
Blessings.
talk blessings. Have you been sending out blessings, Mr. Bam?
I have not. I have not been getting my honor points very much, unfortunately. Freya would be very disappointed in me.
We're all very disappointed
that
in
could
you.
be. Yeah. Maybe Freya, Odin, Thor. That might be the thunderstorms they're sending our way to Chicago.
Probably.
You can
And
pin
look
that
at
on
that,
me.
you've brought the weather into it.
I'm getting better at the segue thing, whatever they call it.
You've brought the weather into it, and people have already... Well, I say people, a certain Mr. SPG said he wanted to talk about the weather.
Well, certainly. Yeah. Well, funny enough, on my PC, where it usually tells me the actual degrees, it just updated to say wind advisory starting soon. So that's exciting stuff. Yeah, last night we had some strong storms and hail coming down. And I think that's going to be continuing today. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, batten the hatches. Stay safe out there. But we're in the mid 80s at least, so it's that's weather that I like, nice and sunny. But the storms are coming, and it's going to be chilling us down as we go into the weekend.
From what the players on Discord were telling me, weather in the UK has been high 60s for all of America and those that use Fahrenheit, which equates to about 21 degrees Celsius for everybody in the EU. Guess I was doing both, Spirant. I was doing both because we had the conversation earlier. So what everybody on sort of UK and anywhere else where it's lovely and sunny and there is chance of high UV and the rest of it, put plenty of sun cream on because I made that mistake and now I'm burnt.
If I lean in here, you actually might see some really bad sunglasses tan lines. I've also been a little bit too exposed to the sun lately.
See, I don't seem to be getting anything on my face, and yeah, my arms are starting to look less like milk bottles, as you can tell from the underneath.
There you go, yeah, a little bit of bronze.
Little bit of bronze coming through, but yes, I am burnt in different areas, and it's sore, it's painful, and I'm now just completely slavering on the factor 50. Because I'm a nugget. I'm a nugget, chat. Should have known from the start that it would have gone badly. So, anyways, yes, we were all disappointed in Mr. Bam I'm Elsewhere because the rest of us who have been, keeping up with Valhalla and sending out blessings, I'm waiting for mine to restart so that I can send out another 6. The camera's making me look pink. That might just be the pink dress. It was the best I could do to get close to Mr. Blobby for everybody who was here on Tuesday. Look,
who is Mr. Blobby?
There's even a pink
I saw
hair
that
bubble
name
in.
come up before.
Okay, so the best way I'd describe Mr. Blobby is an absolute nightmare of previous UK TV.
Okay.
There might be people in chat that suggest that Mr. Blobby is an icon. In fact...
Is it what?
It's an icon.
An icon.
An icon.
Okay.
But just so that you can get the sort of picture, I will send you a GIF.
Okay.
Because...
I feel like every time I rejoin you guys, I'm catching up on all the memes and new celebrities that you guys.
Oh, Mr. Blobby's an old celebrity.
Old celebrity.
Old celebrity. It's the big pink and yellow dot blob.
Oh, okay. I've never seen this. KB just sent me the GIF, and okay. That's Mr. Blobby is an appropriate name.
I completely blame a certain Mr. Jack the Ripper from our live ops team. Yes, he started it, and now it's become a thing.
Now it's part of our community.
It's part of the community. People want...
Kilo 11, it's like Grimace got skinned alive.
Yeah. Gungrave on YouTube is saying it's the Barney of the UK, and if I'm honest, Barney is better.
I can see that.
Barney wins. Because Barney is a lovely dinosaur.
Lovely.
Right, anyway, shall we get into the tanks?
Onto the subject of tanks.
Onto the subjects of tanks, what we're all actually here for. So, what did we have? So, that's right. With all the Valhalla stuff and the blessings, you smell Bam's awkwardness. Wouldn't you be awkward around Mr. Blobby?
Yeah.
But yes, we have the second part of the Brawls of Valhalla event mode coming in. Which means it's now Cold War's turn. So all of you that were asking for a Cold War turn of the event mode, that's starting on Tuesday. This time it's going to run the Era 1 heavies and mediums, same conditions that you've all just been playing with the tier 8s. Same maps, commander boosters, all of that good fun. I hear
and plus the respawn.
Plus the respawn, because you've got to get those 15 points and it's only 7 versus 7. Otherwise, you wouldn't actually get enough points. And from what I hear, it's a good bit of fun. Or at least I hear that it makes for good ramming occasionally if you can set your tanks up right. Or at least that's what Sinster told me.
Fest. Yeah.
Sinster told me if you got a good tank that rams well.
Yeah. Good ones that ram well, maybe some ones with higher rate of fire. I got into a few matches in the World War II running this week where we had some 4v4s. And honestly, they're much higher stake games. I don't find myself at least going more YOLOing out there, but sticking with your teams. Because every shot and every position that you take is that much more critical. So I think when you go into the mode for if it doesn't fill out the full 7v7, you get a 4v4. It's actually still really exciting. So hopefully that still works well for Cold War as well.
Well, we've got things like the Char 40T that'll be exceptionally good for ramming.
Yeah.
If people like that playstyle.
Small maps like Ensk.
Oh, yes.
Or Ghost Town, you're going to be on top of each other pretty quickly.
Very quickly in some of those tanks. Imagine taking the FV107 out, because that's one speedy boy.
Yeah.
You'll have to be really careful with that one.
I saw a loaded psycho. Sixth Sense is broken in the 7v7 mode for Valhalla. We'll take a look at that. That's the first I have heard of that, so we'll see what's going on.
And I don't remember seeing it as a bug report, but I've not double checked in the last couple of hours. If I'm honest, I've been very stream focused. So if you have put it in Discord, thank you. If not, I will be looking for it after the stream. UE57 has the best ram tank. I raise you things like the Mobat. Those are exceptionally good. So yes, that's going to be...
Got to take it on the battlefield. We got to try it out.
So yes, that is what's coming in on Tuesday to go alongside our Valhalla event. But...
Oh, and commander boosters will also work for the mode.
I stuck commander boosters on it. It was very nice for some of that earning.
Yeah. And you can earn some additional honor by dealing 4,000 damage while in a winning battle.
But did you know that that's not all we've got next week?
Oh, what else is coming next week, KB?
So, maybe one for all our American viewers. I hear there's a certain weekend coming up.
Which threw me off, because yes, Memorial Day coming this weekend.
Well, next weekend. A week today, all of our Memorial Day stuff will start.
Yeah. It throws me off because I'm like, we're only halfway through the month. How is Memorial Day already next weekend? And I realize this month actually ends on a Saturday. So, because I'm used to Memorial Day almost being the final day of the month itself. So, but yeah, we're throwing a small weekend event starting May 23rd. Times 2 XP on your first wins for each of your
I've noted
games.
that down wrong, I think. Let me just double check. It's
Oh.
times 3.
Oh, it's times 3?
It's
Even
times 3.
better.
Which, this is how I've got it wrong, because that will be 200% as shown in game. It's a times 3 weekend, but plus 200%. Lots of
Twos
different
and threes.
numbers, 2s and 3s, but it's also a public holiday weekend in the UK for Spring Bank Holiday. So both the UK and the US will be able to enjoy times 3 across a 3-day weekend.
There you go.
And as well, starting on next Friday, remember this is next Friday, there is going to be a 1 to 40 free XP conversion on both tank and commander XP. So that's for every 1 gold, you will get 40 XP converted, and the normal rate of conversion is 1 to 25. So this is a really good boost on that free XP conversion rate.
All right.
And that might actually lead players into a little bit of a hint of what's coming in the future if we've put that little event on.
Oh,
They might
are
want
we
to...
going into that, or is that a hint for
else-
another stream?
All I'll say is that they might want to stock up on a little bit of free XP.
Never hurts.
Never hurts to have a little bit of free XP. But I think now we get into some of the bits that everybody wants to talk about. Maybe?
Sure. Do you want me to take a little bit of this, or you got
I
this?
think we'll tag team it. You can start,
Okay.
I'll take in on bits. We've got lots of fun. Why is BAM 1500 lagging? I'm going to guess that might be due to your weather. It's started coming in.
No, we still got sunshine for now. I don't have anything downloading. I always make sure I pause any sort of game updates or something like that. Oh, I do see that on the stream.
It might just be that the connection between myself and you is just going a bit new. According to Sin, the storm may pass. Possibly.
Okay.
You'll have to keep an eye on
Well,
that
let me
one.
ask this to the chat: Is my audio at least coming in pretty clear? Or is that also difficult to pick up on my words? Let me double check.
Yes, audio's good according to the chat. So yes, it might just be the camera feed having a bit of a pain. But yes, what we're all here for. Because we did promise.
I'll drop myself down to like 40p or 400p or something like that resolution.
But yes, we did promise everybody that we would answer some of their questions for both the regiments and the Tank Rewards Referral Tanker programs on stream, because we've had some questions in, and we figured the best way to get these all out to you rather than repeatedly telling individuals was, let's talk on stream. Let's get Bam back, let's talk on stream, and go through all of the good stuff that you've given us. Tell Bam to stop using Mic Wi-Fi.
No, I like the Mic Wi-Fi. Comes with a side of fries.
It comes with a side of fries. Now, I know you all want to get into the regiment stuff, but we've got the few questions for Tanker Rewards and Referral Tankers, so we're going to get those out of the way first, and then dive into the regiment stuff that you guys have been asking us, because the regiments is what you've all been asking questions on. So we'll keep the good stuff for the big reveal, shall we say. Big reveal.
And if questions do come by in the chat as well, I'll try to keep an eye on it, regiments related or otherwise. Happy to address what we can.
So, let's start at the top of the Tanker Rewards and the Referral Tanker of the resounding question we've had from a lot of you is, why? Why are you doing this?
Well, we're bringing more and more into the in-game functionality. So you don't need to keep visiting different websites just to do everything you want to. We've been focusing on bringing more rewards into the game, things like the game board and regiments, to show our commitment to making sure the game is the central place for all your rewards and game functionality.
So, and the game board and everything else is pretty new, but we've also explored other options. We've done events like community challenges.
Yep.
And we're trying to bring new and fresh ideas in, because otherwise it gets a bit stale. And you don't need to visit any websites to get rewards. Well, in the past, we have had websites that give rewards. Things like Resolutions a couple of years ago. The Tanker Rewards to keep updated on your points, to keep updated on your battles, were mostly on a website. Yes, you could see it in-game, but you couldn't see what rewards and stuff you were getting, so you had to go to an external site to visit. So that's why we want to bring more and more into the game, so that it's there, it's central. Regiments is the thing trading monthly rewards. No, Regiments is its own standalone thing. And we'll dive more into Regiments again in a moment. But it's come up in the chat, and it's come up in Discord and everywhere else. What's happening to the M10 RBFM, which is the reward tank for Referral Tanker, and is it being retired?
The answer on that, simply no. The M10 RBFM not being retired, just to make that clear, but just stay tuned for how and when this tank makes its return into the future. We'll have more on that soon.
So there you go. If anybody was panicking over trying to get the M10, you don't need to panic. It will return at a later date. You'll just have to stay tuned for how and when. You like that tank, Mike? I hope you like it too. I actually haven't got that one myself yet, and I do need to try and get that one. And here's one for you, Bam. Centurion AVRE in Cold War when?
Yeah.
That's come from our YouTube chat. They obviously want to see the world burn.
Zipping my lips.
Although we haven't got the Chieftain AVRE. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Maybe. I will bring it up to production and plague tank designer.
In fact, while you're there, just maybe AVRE line. There is technically enough to make a line.
Pitch it. If that's something the players want to see.
I've seen a couple of players.
AVRE.
Yes, I have seen a couple of players mention that they would like to see an AVRE line.
Interesting.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
The first time I'm hearing about it, but we can always amuse the idea with the teams a little bit.
I've actually got some other suggestions to send over to you, like a
Okay.
flamethrower line.
Okay. We did talk about that a little bit in the past as
Hmm.
well. Just
Hmm.
kind of put that on the shelf for quite a bit.
Yes, yes.
But
I got bored and sat there and went digging through history one night and found quite a few flamethrower tanks that we could actually do. Possibly.
okay.
Maybe. Hmm. Flamethrower line would be dope. See, chat's with me.
Flamethrower line would be hot.
So, yes, I will have to get that one over to you again at some point, because that was before everything started and I had to take a bit of time off. So it kind of fell off my plate, but we'll get it in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, now, anyways, back to the questions. Why are we waiting the year out to finish giving out the yearly rewards rather than crediting everything in bulk now?
So as the yearly point expires a year from the time they are earned, the amount of points and what players qualify for will change each month and will vary per player. Continuing to process the rewards on a monthly basis until all points are expired provides transparency to the player as they can see and track the rewards they are given.
Mm-hmm. So that's all of our tanker rewards and refer a tanker question. I see a couple of people asking what the giveaway is. And the giveaway is, I took this idea from Tuesday actually, because everybody was saying how much they like that new Trinity camo in the Valhalla event. So I figured we can give 2 sets of
Okay.
them away.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Trinity camos.
And camos are always useful. Who doesn't love a new camo? Mm-hmm. Burger adverse, have you got a burger? Where's my burger? I would like a burger too. I'm gonna suggest that they've not brought me a burger. Sad times.
Aww.
Chat, how could you? But anyways, on to Regiments questions, because we've had a fair few Regiments questions. Lots of people excited for Regiments. But they have been asking, to start with, is if all Regiment management will be able to be completed from inside the game.
Yes, we're aiming to have the vital functionality available at launch for all the management areas, right? From creating a regiment to promoting or demoting members of your regiment, kicking people out, of course, and then even editing the details. I know we briefly touched upon this. It's been 2 weeks since the last time I was on stream with you guys.
Yes, it has. Yeah. In fact, I've got some of those work in progress images that I can throw back up.
Sure. I am a visual learner myself, so always happy to share and tell.
We've got the Create Regiment one up on screen at the moment. It shows all of the join settings, what you want your regiment to be named, your tag, all of that good stuff that you need to set up a regiment.
Yeah, and while you're into management, like you can go back into this. While you can't change your regiment name or tag, you can update the motto or change your join settings if you want it to be by invite only or keep it with applications.
And we've also got, where's my other screen? Because I set 2 up earlier. There we go. Of what we're aiming for things to look like when it's all in game.
Yeah, there we go.
So at the top, you can see the headquarters, the leaderboard and manage. You can see the list of players, the daily missions that we spoke about, and some cute little stats, because everybody loves stats. And also this lovely little banner flag. I do like that banner flag, but it'd look better in purple.
Well, I'll talk about that a little bit, just in case people miss the previous stream where we went in depth on this. Or, of course, we have the portal article detailing a lot of this as well. At launch of Regiments, when it does come out, and I know you guys are probably also asking when is it coming? We can't give dates just yet.
No
We're hoping very
yet.
soon we could announce that. But one thing that we've stressed about regiments is we're taking you all on the journey as we continue to develop this feature. The initial launch of regiments will be mostly the port of existing functionality, as you guys are familiar with clans on the web portal. So we're bringing all that into the client. We just talked about the management tab a little bit. That is also present on you can see it in the categories with the triggers at the top. But then the brand new thing here is this whole headquarters screen that KB just talked about as well. In the future, for multiple milestones, we have a lot of other things planned to bring to you all. That includes leaderboards that will not be there at launch, but is absolutely something critical that we have planned to bring to you in a later milestone. But also a very exciting feature, the banner that we were just talking about. At launch will not be customizable. When your regiment is created, or if you're already in an existing clan, you will see that red and gold banner there on the left. But in the future, our plan is to allow regiment leaders to actually customize it, add a different emblem, different colors. This is your regiment colors that you guys feel representative of. In addition to that, something else we're trying hard to work on, including allow you guys to fly a flag off your tank that reflects your regiment banner. So that's all stuff cool. The team is working really hard to deliver. And again, I'm going to stress that won't be there at launch of regiments, but will be coming at a later milestone. And of course, in future streams, whether it's myself or KB, of course, we'll give you guys kind of the breakdown as things are shaping up as time moves on.
And one thing I'm just going to clarify for our YouTube chat, you will not have to pay gold again. If you already have an active clan, you are going to be transferred straight over to the regiment system. You do not have to pay out again. No need to pay again. All good. You're just being straight transferred over.
Yeah, and there's nothing like you as a clan leader needs to do when this update goes live. All clans are auto-magically updated to the regiment system. There is no clans and regiments. It's clans are now becoming the regiments.
Yes.
And I saw a question come up a couple times here, Corking, about custom ranks.
Well, I think we can maybe fit this one with another question, because it did come up in Discord about getting more positions in a regiment too.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, do we already have that one listed?
We have positions, so preset ones. We don't have one about custom positions and ranks.
Okay, I was getting ahead of myself. Sure, yeah, more positions in the regiment. This is something we are already looking into. KB's, like she said, you guys asked about this on the Discord channel, already forwarded it to us. So we are taking a look at it. I do have a question for you, the players, in terms of custom ranks or extra ranks in there. Do you all have expectations of what new ranks and functionality or permissions those ranks can get? Because let's be very clear, right now, clan ranks, unless you are the leader, other players in the middle ranks, you just get to be like, maybe kicking people or sending invites, but there's not a lot of other editing permissions and such. Or are you guys just looking forward to more ranks kind of intertwined so you have a feeling of more progression as you move up in rank into the regiment? Just an honest question, just to see what you, the community, would like to see as this part of the feature grows.
Somebody wants a medical tog rank, and I believe that may be one of my faults for introducing tog battles, and now we have a medical tog that tries to save people falling off the bridge.
All right, let me write it down. High priority medical. What do we say this? Medical tog.
Medical
rank.
tog
Okay.
rank. Oh dear. Yes,
Mr. SPG, I'm sad at the amount of work extra ranks is, but it's going to be fun work.
Lots of pillows. You want pillows? Okay. Not sure we can fit pillows into the game, if I'm honest.
Okay, ticket for pillows with the ranks.
But if you have any suggestions of sort of things that can go onto the ranks, then please do use the Regiments thread that's live on Discord so that we can keep track of everything and I can keep shuffling all of the suggestions over to Bam and the team.
Yeah.
Oddball hopes there's no bugs that kicks everyone out of their regiments when it happens. Just saying from past experiences.
Yeah. The team is hard at work because we are doing a lot of polish work as we even speak. Super testers will be getting their first blush at regiments, hopefully
soon.
Next couple weeks or something like that in a bit. But we still have more things that we have to iron out to also get feedback from our super testers. But a lot of what is kind of riding on the deliverable and dates that we are targeting for regiments is really about making sure it's fairly bug-free and a very polished, smooth experience for everybody.
So we've got all of that in the pipeline. And one thing that I do know Mr. SPG answered on Discord, but I don't know if everybody's read it, so I've copied that answer over here for you. But will the amount of players in a regiment be the same amount as the current clan setup?
Yes. There are no plans to change the current cap of 100 players to regiments. This is very much a server capacity load reason. It's a lot easier to fetch the data of 100 players than, say, if we were ever to move it up to 500. So 100 is the cap that it's staying at, not going any higher, but we're also not lowering that cap.
Informative stream today. Yes, that's exactly what we were aiming for, Baker. That's exactly what we were aiming for. So, something that you've probably seen a lot of in the chat, and they want to know regiment battles. What's... We bat this term around and say we've been exploring regiment battles. We've got players going, yes, regiment battles, what are they? Is this something we'll be seeing? Is it something that's future update or what?
Certainly a future update. Let's be clear. Regiments is more than just about creating a group for players to work together and play together, right? And like share stats or see the leaderboards. Battles, we know, are very important to a lot of players. A lot of competitive players that leverage like our custom games for their own like tournaments that get set up and arranged. So when it comes to regiment battles, we are right now very much designing and concepting an ideation in terms of what we're trying to do with regiment battles. And again, taking you, the players, on this journey with us, I pose the question to a lot of you guys. What does regiment battles look like to you? What do you expect regiment battles to play like? Is it something like a conquest mode, a large map where you guys can kind of hold certain ground and then you got to defend the area, the territory rather? Is it more like a new custom games lobby, but very focused for just regiments that allows regiments and other regiments to kind of put in schedules of when you want to battle and have rewards based on that and progression? Could it be something asynchronous? Maybe it's more of regiments setting up kind of your defenses and like having AI bots represent your regiment while another regiment wants to kind of battle and they have to see if they can fight against your AI bots. Those are just very pie in the sky ideas that we've been kind of talking internally. I'm just throwing those out there to you guys to see what's kind of hooking. What is something that sounds interesting or awesome to you guys? Or is there something that I'm not talking about? Is there something you guys think would be much more important and critical when we speak about regiment battles? What is it you look forward to in regiment battles?
And for all of those ideas, again, Discord feedback thread. I believe it's called Regiments, the latest dev update, or something along those lines. And leave comments in there on what you think regiment battles should look like in the future.
And like, we in design, we think when we have our meetings, we throw so many ideas just straight at the wall, right? A lot of them are stupid ideas. Let's be very clear. We know that some things are just like, that's never going to work out, or no, players don't want that, or we really can't build that sort of system. But sometimes even the stupid ideas key into other things that are great ideas. It gives you a different sense of perspective of something that we wouldn't have tried otherwise. So that's just me asking you, the players, any idea that you guys have is something that you want to see as part of regiment battles, throw it at the wall like we do in design, because we want to see everything kind of collectively and figure out, oh, there's something very special here that I think if we tune the lever just a little bit, I think we could deliver something very special for the players. And then really quick, just I saw this question go by just a couple times. Apologies. Dino sees us. Will the banner or a flag on a tank have the regiment's emblem? We are working to hopefully support that. That's all I can really say at this time.
And chat, guess. The best comment I'm seeing so far from I'm Elsewhere is some of the best ideas started stupidly.
This is why I tell people there is no stupid ideas. There is no bad ideas. It's just a matter of, do you take those ideas forward? They're just ideas.
Any idea can be a good idea.
Kellen says here, regiment battles just needs to be a bridge between random battles and the WoT tournaments. So similar to what we were what I said earlier, like maybe just a very specific custom games that's all only for regiments in a way. Okay.
Okay, so the next thing was half concern, half question. The player was saying that their concern lies with the comment in the article of over the course of the year. Will they have to wait 4 to 6 months between each update to regiments?
Well, with any of our development cycles, there is a chance that something might delay an update. We are hoping to always provide consistent, regular updates. However, should issues arise, then we may have to delay something in order to bring it into the game in good working order. Regiments, as a feature, is an immense undertaking. 2 years ago, I think maybe even 3 years ago, we were planning on doing something more with just the clans themselves, of just bringing it into the game and having a little bit more to it. But a lot of other big feature ideas, other things that we knew we had to bring either back into the game, fixing the game, or new things that we wanted to do with the game itself, priorities shifted year over year. And we always knew that clans is very important to the players, and we wanted to do right by it. So we established this broader cadence across the course of a year to figure out how do we deliver regiments as a bigger, cohesive, and comprehensive element to the World of Tanks Modern Armor to you guys. And we knew we can't afford it all in one milestone. So it has to be spread out over the course of milestones. Over the course of those milestones, we have a lot of other features. We have other big events, new mechanics, new tank lines, and new tanks to be built, of course. And sometimes there's unforeseen issues that we run into, or different disciplines in which we got to pull resources to focus on another issue. And it's always a timing. If we have to pull some effort on regiments to go focus on something else exciting coming down the pipe, that might mean we have to shift things around a little bit into the update, into the release schedule by any means. But like I said originally, we want to deliver on a per milestone basis for you guys. But again, sometimes developments can get a little bit shaky, and we have to make some really hard calls to make sure we deliver you guys the features as bug-free and as polished as possible.
Yes. And as Mr. SPG is saying in chat, a lot of the players don't see how much work some of the stuff that's coming in is taking, and they just get the direct benefits once it's all done and finished.
Yeah.
So, and
Mr. SPG, I mean, he is a godsend for so much that we're doing on regiments. I mean, shout out to so many of our engineers, UI. We have web folks that are very key in on everything they do for the portal for you guys. This is really a collective effort by the studio to really hone in on what we want to give you for regiments.
There's been a lot of work. I've seen quite a few of the development team get quite stressed out over this. So yeah, they've been working incredibly hard to be bringing you this immense feature, and also to be ready to carry on updating it.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of hard work. And our final question of the day is, can the players upload their own regiment logos?
No. This is something that has been discussed several times, and unfortunately, the reality is we don't have the manpower to continuously approve, deny regiment logos. This would take staff away from key functions where we need them a lot more. It's just something that we're not going to set someone up to police any sort of inappropriate logos or emblems that you guys find online. It's very much the same reason that we don't allow for like custom painting onto the tanks themselves or creating your own custom emblems on your flags or on your tanks right now. So we've always maintained that that sentiment.
Yes. Although, what I will say is somebody in the chat, not sure if it was this Tuesday just gone or last Friday, suggested that maybe there should be a community team around clan. And I am looking into that.
Oh, like yourself or a player runs just a regiment. That's all.
So the
like
thing was of,
or?
Can they have a clan regiment that's ran by us, community team, for the players themselves? So I have been thinking long and hard on that one. I have been thinking long and hard on it.
That could be interesting.
I think it would be interesting, but all I will say is when the little bits of customization come in, right, it will be purple.
It will be purple.
It will be purple. If it goes ahead, of course. If it goes ahead, of course. Any update on challenges for next week? Honestly, Valhalla. Keep working on your Valhalla stuff, because that is going to be the main update fun for next week, because whilst I know some of you have already completed it, not everybody has. And there will be a couple of other smaller challenges as well next week. I can pull them up quickly to find out what they are. I need the week of the 20th. And so there is going to be the Platoon Up challenge, which is play a battle in a platoon, and you will get the XP booster from it. Or you have the Remember Our Heroes to tie in with Memorial Weekend, and that is deal 500 or more damage in 3 battles. You can get 3 of these per day, and it will give you the Remember Our Heroes emblem.
Let's see, I saw a question here back on regiments from Spirant Cran 22. What about those who do not want to be in a clan? I mean, this is very much an opt-in system. You can still very much play solo and get all the other events and rewards or your tanks and such. But regiments will in fact have exclusive content that you can only get by completing these challenges, earning yourself these regiment coins. And then there will be a new category that we'll be adding into the store tab that is specific to regiments. And that store category, you can only spend the regiment currency to actually purchase that content. And I want to stress that currency, it's a free currency, only earnable through the missions. And we might have other ways you can attain it from other community ops and stuff like that in the future. Not making that a firm statement. Those are just things that we are kind of exploring. But right now, you earn them through these challenges, and that will be your only way to spend the only way to earn some of those exclusive items will be with this currency. There is no exchange of silver, nor can you buy them out with gold. They will be locked to the regiment currency.
And just...
Oh, yes, and Mr. SPG, yes.
Yes.
This regiment currency will reset on a seasonal basis.
Right, and what I also need to tell you is that, because it was making me giggle, is you owe the jar $1. You said the C word.
Ah, yes. I said the clan word.
$2!
$2. Zats is holding us all to it, the team here. Anytime we say clan or regiment, that's $1 to the swear jar.
And I got a quote out yesterday in our big meeting, so I owe the jar as well. Oh dear. So yes, we're all being, I could almost say, held to ransom for our dollars for every time we get that wrong. Honestly, that missed us odds. But I did actually have a question for chat. Nothing to do with regiments or anything, but everybody knows Tankfest is coming up. And I was wondering if there were tanks that, you know, they might want to see pictures of, maybe short video clips of, possibly.
I think I have an answer for that, or a request.
Are you going to say Tog?
No, actually.
No!
But I'll never say no to seeing more pictures of the Tog. Do they actually plan on taking that one out for a stroll, though?
No. There is no plan to take the Tog out for a stroll. It's a bit big.
I figured. But I heard the Tiger 2 is coming out. Is that true?
It is. It's very true.
Exciting.
Okay, so
that would be my request.
That would be your request, and I saw somebody in chat go, all of them.
All of them. Let's empty out the museum and bring them onto the track.
Mr. SPG, oh, that reminds me. Kobe has made me very happy with an 11k brick Tiger 2.
Ooh.
I looked at how much that cost and nearly fainted. That one did nearly. Because I thought that'd be a good one. And then I saw the price and was like, maybe not. Cheaper than a Warlord Titan? Yes, it is cheaper than a Warlord Titan. Unfortunately, still no. I do have, though, it's on my desk. It's right here. I can get him out. Look, I have little Tiger 1. And his turret moves.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I've also got a Sherman on my desk. But he will fade out because of the green screen.
Oh.
The Sherman and my T-34 would both fade out because of the green screen. So yes.
Yeah.
But no, I have the Tiger 131. I picked that one up 4 years ago now.
I picked that one up myself last Tankfest. It's like, this is my big thing I'm bringing home and putting together. That one's in the office on my desk there, so I can't unfortunately put anything on screen.
No, it's the wonderful thing of working at home sometimes. I get to pick up and show them off. Core King is asking if you're going to Tankfest yourself this year.
This year, no. I decided to opt out this round. Maybe next year, though.
Maybe next year. Okay, making a note of that. Bam, 2026. There we go, chat.
2026 Tankfest.
No giveaway. We'll be running the giveaway in a minute, Robert. It should still be active for you. We're giving away 2 sets of the Trinity camo set. At Tankfest, you want to see Petty eating pineapple pizza. That can be arranged, my friend. Giveaway link? Is the bot behaving? Let's find out if the bot's behaving today. He had a moment on Tuesday where he didn't want to behave. There we go. Well, it's worked on Twitch, YouTube. There we go. It's procced on YouTube as well. But no, I've been diligently working away at Tankfest ideas and trying to work out what tanks chat would like to see. Although, I have heard that Zots is bringing something over, and it scares me.
Oh, is he?
It scares me a lot. To the point
What
I feel...
is it? I haven't heard. Or...
To the point I feel like we might have to hide away the Hetzer.
Oh, okay. No, I did hear about this.
You did hear about this, yeah. You'd
Yes,
like some
I am in that
Hetzer pics. Okay. You know, I actually had the Hetzer noted down. With it being a certain someone's favourite tank.
His ears must be ringing right now.
Oh, I bet they are. In fact, I'm surprised we've not been shouted at. No. He mustn't be looking. He mustn't be looking. That's good. Ooh. Pics of all the chieftains. That's a lot of chieftains. You've got 1, 2, 3. You're looking at 3 or 4? At least?
Oh, I'm not sure. 4 at least.
You've got 1 in the tank story, 2 by the Tog. Is there a 4th? I don't remember a 4th now, but there probably will end up being a 4th. So yes, chieftains can go on the list. Pics of all the bulldogs, we can sort that out.
I always like seeing the Fury myself.
The Fury is a nice tank. And do you know what I really enjoyed though? And it's still probably my favourite picture from all of Tankfest, and that was first year we all went down. Back in 2023, I got inside the Warrior 510 that the British Army brought across. And there is a photo of me sat inside it, and yeah, that was cool. That was really cool. Grey Jedi 1031, the Headson needs an angry armadillo skin.
All right, let me write a ticket for that.
That sounds like a good one.
Priority.
That sounds like a good one. Is Regiment still going to cost the same amount of gold? Yes.
850, just to be clear.
850.
Which is the current cost it is to make a clan right now. So
that's
the
$1.
gold cost is not changing. I need to clarify, though. When I say I think it's okay to talk about clans, because that is still very much a feature that exists right now. But after we release it, then it's I would say we have to up it to $2 anytime clans are mentioned after the release of Regiments.
I think you might need to take that one up with Mr. Zart, so I don't think he'll agree somehow.
I guess I'm trying to make rules for a game I didn't make.
Pics of the FV4-11, if I can get close enough to it, Iron Fang, because that one's in the VCC. Will a clan become a regiment? Yes. Yes, it will. Any plans on releasing concept art and digital art books of console tanks?
No current plans.
I'm gonna take that to our team, though, on the other side.
That'd be awesome. We have so much good artwork that we have a lot of it framed up in the office. We have all our awesome season key art as well. There is a lot we could do to put together a whole comprehensive art book. It's a great idea.
Yes, I think that's not a bad idea to take to our publishing team. And a couple of questions about licensing. Again, we've spoke about this on detail. All licenses depend on what was agreed in the contracts. You might see them come back, you might not. It just depends on contracts, their expiry dates, and all of that lovely, good fun in the background. Any sneak peek of new maps? No. However...
however, go ahead.
I wonder if you could hint the next map. We are only a couple of weeks out from them maybe seeing it, so maybe we could drop them a hint.
Okay. Well, it is a returning map, but heavily revised. It's very historically driven with an important time that happened in June.
I think that's enough for them. I think that's enough for them.
Okay.
Although they're putting bets on Kitty Mat.
Do people want to see Kitty Mat back? That was the reskin of Serene Coast.
Apparently they want it back, apparently. Do you know the map I want to see back now, Bam?
What's
want
that?
Tundra.
Tundra. I do see that one gets brought up once in a while.
I want to take out my little tier 3s and just run around Tundra with not a care in the world and have some fun.
one of my, which is weird to say, I would love to see this map back, but I'm also part of the people that can help make that happen. South Coast. Oh, someone just said it too. South Coast is a map that I really enjoy, but I felt like that one was kind of mixed by the community in terms of enjoying it or not.
I to be fair, I enjoy most of the maps that we had. There wasn't really one that I didn't particularly like. And people are asking about the community map too, and I'm going to tell everybody they should tune in on Tuesday for an update on how naming is going.
Exciting times coming.
Tundra sounds good. See, Tundra, it was just great. You got in your little tier 3s and you run around and you just had fun. That's what gaming's about, right? Fun.
Fun.
A Pacific Island, as long as we don't bring back the Typhoon variant, please.
No. Pacific Island is very low on the roster, I will say, unfortunately.
Oh, dear.
As is Sacred Valley. I see you there, Death
No.
211.
Sacred
that
Valley
one,
was
believe it or not,
great.
was not well liked.
Right, chat, we're going to have words. We're going to have words. Because I loved Pacific Valley. Not Pacific Valley. Pacific Island and Sacred Valley.
Island.
I loved those two maps, just not when the Typhoon showed up on Pacific Island. That was...
Of course, yeah.
That was painful. But anyways, I think I should be getting a certain wheel ready. So you're going to disappear off the cameras for a moment, because Discord does Discordy things.
Okay.
And we're gonna... do that, pull that out. And then we have to do the magical download.
I see your comment, Corking. I did bring it up earlier this week about Ardennes. Level Design is taking a look at the base caps.
I was gonna follow up on that one on Monday, actually, so good to know. Because Ardennes has come up in conversation quite a bit this week. Just double check all of the names, make sure nobody's email or anything is showing. And I'm sure everybody's guessing colours. I mean, if...
let's see. I'll stay true to red.
You're staying true to red. Okay, what's that doing? Why has my spinny gone all weirdly cropped? We can't see half the wheel. That's not good. They want to see the wheel. There we go. That's a better spin. Let's... There we go. So, red, purple. There's no purple. There's no purple.
Uh-oh.
Spin it the other way. I wish I could spin it the other way. I wish I could. But the first one. The first one is going to be... green.
Green?
Do you want to do the lovely... say the name?
Sure. Sporadic results. Congratulations. This is for the Trinity Camouflage, yes?
Yes. And then, second one. Second one. What colour are we getting?
Ooh, is that green again? Or
right.
Blue. Adverse Python 06. Congratulations.
I'm going to have words with this spinny wheel. An adverse, I'm fairly sure you promised it to Sin. So yes, I will be getting those sorted out probably early next week. Let's actually bring Bam's camera back, because Discord being Discord. There we go. Camera's back.
All right.
Rigged 100%. Yes, we're going to be having words with that wheel. It is.
If you can't spin it the other way, something's fishy going on then.
I can remember when Mr. Winged took a stream, he got it so that it was just greens and greys. It was quite strange.
Luck of the wheel.
Right, so anyways, according to our lovely content team, the Rules of Valhalla Part 2 article is live now. And everybody should keep an eye out for Monday, because there's some extra special news dropping that I'm not allowed to tell you all yet.
Ooh.
I'm for it. I have been put under lock and key. I'm not allowed to say anything until it goes live on the portal. Odin's letters.
Fair
Have you
enough.
got a letter off Odin, Frody? Have you satisfied him enough?
Oh, have I gotten enough blessings? Sent them out? I will have to put my tanks to work.
You'll have to catch up as well, because most of us have
Yeah.
sent out 6, 12, 18. Today would be up to 24 blessings. Yes.
All right, hold me to it. I gotta work a little harder here.
You have. We'll be checking in with you in a couple of weeks' time. So yes, Bam isn't running off for a good few weeks at this time, chat. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. Not a few weeks,
Yes.
a couple of weeks. Much sooner.
Couple weeks.
And whilst we're here, we'll be sticking on the trailer, finding somebody to raid. Everybody on YouTube, you know the drill by now. We're gonna love you, leave you, see you all later. And on Twitch, yeah, we're gonna find somebody to raid. I believe I have seen that some of our CCs are on, so we'll see who's about to raid.
All right.
Any parting words for them, Bam? Even though you'll see them again in a couple of weeks.
Have a great and safe weekend for those of you that might be within the storm area, of course. And otherwise, continue on the Valhalla event. Brawls of Valhalla.
Valhalla, Brawls of Valhalla, plenty going on, chat, and don't forget it's Cold War's turn next week. So enjoy. We will see you all again on Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Ragnarok approaches. The twilight of the gods begins. And they seek champions to fight beside them. The Valkyries ride forth, led by the mighty Hilda. We search the fields of Midgard for steel warriors, worthy of entering Odin's hall. The gods are watching, waiting for a champion. Will you answer their call? Choose your god. Fight on Midgard. Ascend to Valhalla.